All right, I'm at. So day two here. I'll continue because my phone fell, and then I saw I had uh, just a little left on my battery. So I thought, well, I'll pack it up and continue tomorrow. So here I am again. But yeah, I remember I I quit where I told you about how I exploded in this ferocious, uh, full, loud voice that I didn't know was in me, but it, well, yeah, wasn't me. It was all, yeah, it was God. It was all like it was God basically. But anyway, oh, excuse me. After that experience, I thought to myself like, wow, I wonder how the rest of the time is going to be here if this was the first day. Like how the heck or in the world is my time going to be here? Because I was only going to be here for 10 days, and then I was going to fly back to Australia. So, but I remember the second day I got up and walked from the lower hill to the education center, and I got to see the place in daytime since I arrived almost at night actually, so I didn't see anything. Like, and I think some people were already up and doing things, and I remember Joshua and Sheila working on a piano that they wanted to make into a table because it wasn't working anymore. So it was a lot of work getting the screws out and things like that. Yeah, oh my god, it's gonna make, yeah, a lot of, yeah. I wonder how it went with that because uh, we hadn't finished, or they, yeah, it wasn't finished by the time I left. So wonder if it was worth it. Hope so. Uh, Shiloh was also working on a couple of hours on an outside kitchen that they were going to have uh, later to cook food for. Uh, all other food inside was raw, and it was Stephen Cali, I think, who ate raw for a long period of time to cure themselves from illness, and so they stuck with it because all of our meals were, or the cooked meals were in the cooked outside, in the outside kitchen, and they actually cooked on open fire for a long period of time. And then one of the members there, Bruce, he bought some gas, so they started to cook on gas and on fire sometimes. But it depends. Since I arrived during winter, it was actually raining every single day I was there. Like every day it was raining. So then you can't cook on open fire. But at least we had roof and a few walls, so it was good. So I spent my time there wandering around and helping out where things needed help with cooking or gardening, and I spent quite a few nights cooking dinner for us, which was fun. It was almost a stew every time, and sometimes the daughters cooked curry, which was yummy actually. And Kabbalah was held 3 times a week, I think, and in the evening, yeah, 3 times a week in the evening, and it was an interesting course. Nothing that needs to be taken because it's in your heart already. Like for you, I mean, like you can take it. It's really good to, uh, uh, yeah, to just remind yourself. Uh, I also made a drying rack from wood in the kitchen. It actually turned out quite well, but it took me a long time to make because I wasn't really sure how all the things were going to fit, like how I wanted to make it. So yeah, it took a lot longer than I wanted to, but I learned a lot, and I spent a total of 10 days there and got to see the whole place. And in the morning, when it's warm, we went down to the river to take a swim. And it was actually the coldest water I've been to, like literally colder here in Sweden. Well, maybe I can't say that now because I've actually, well, I'll take that later. But by that time, it was really the coldest. I wasn't in that water for more than 10 seconds. No way. Must have been below 10 degrees. We also prepped some garden beds by collecting leaves from one of the neighbors who runs a zoo, sort of. Like, I think it was something special about the zoo, like it was from rescued animals or something like that. But it was close. It was closed, But since they knew it was all right for us to go in and collect the leaves, we could like. And there I told Kali my idea of how I would garden, and she thought I should make it. Like I did hold a small presentation later about my ideas and how to garden, and they liked it. Like they offered me to actually, yeah, work there for them. Yeah, to actually, but yeah, they did. And after Kabbalah, we sometimes took a spa bath that was heated with wood on the porch, and I also got to see their hydro, how they got electricity plus solar panels, and they had a small dam up the hill with like a 400-meter long pipe pressurizing a small wheel, which was generating electricity. Quite effective, I must say. So they were also off the grid actually. So when Steve is really good with animals, like he actually goes out to the paddock and milks his cow, like right on the spot. He just takes this little stool and just milks right there on the field. It's amazing. It's great. They also have dogs and chickens and two horses. And other than that, I spent some time in the library and then also talking to some people. And yeah, it was raining every day that I was there. So it got a bit cold sometimes actually, but managed. Yeah, I had a good time there. They really needed help with building and fixing things, like someone who wasn't afraid of fixing things, because most of them studied holy books and weren't really focusing on the physical stuff, which I think, well, it's where you gain knowledge, but they're not. But to me, it's kind of it felt unbalanced at the time, like when I was there. Like I don't know how it was before or how it will be, but at the present time, yeah, they could really help need help with like getting some of the physical stuff sorted out. But I can tell you about their spiritual leader Joshua, who's like a yeah like awesome man, but very influential and magnetic. I say that in a and very certain. Like he's very certain. Like yeah, you have to be careful around people like that because you can easily fall under their spell. You could say like regardless of good or bad intentions. Like, but however, he was a good man. Like he was the first man I've met that actually walked in God's will, like fully, like totally, like fully. No, and it was no joke either. Like he actually spoke truth every single like everything. Yeah, it was just even if you didn't like it, like you could feel inside, like yeah, that it is the truth, but oh crap, and then you had to fix it, like adjust. It was like you were being reminded all of the time, and it was amazing. And it wasn't like he was blaming or pointing fingers or anything like that. He was from Latin America, so everything he did with humor and a smile, and then he delivered the truth with that, but it was so clear and so certain, so you couldn't like feel bad or anything. You just like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, it was incredible actually. Like yeah, everything he said, yeah, I wrote that here. I agreed with, like I could feel the truth, and I know the truth when I hear it, like, and so do you. He could deliver the truth with such ruthlessness and direct and with such humor that you wouldn't get offended if it would hit you, because he was relaxed about it. Like he wasn't after to become your friend or sugarcoat anything. Like neither was he after of becoming your enemy or offend you. He just simply said what he felt, which was the truth, and then with humor as well. Like neither did he imply that you should fix it. He just simply said how it is. Well, maybe. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Actually, well, he did say like if well, doesn't matter. But he was very clear and direct and funny. And their plan is to make a garden for a lot of people. Yeah, at least yeah, that's at least what I from when I was there, from what I heard. Like, and the sort of garden I think they will need will be something along the lines of agroforestry garden, like a lot of people like. And their purpose is also to bridge spirituality with science. And Joshua was a mathematician before, and is working with a lot of leading scientists all over the world about like neurologically neurolog yeah neurologic yeah about the brain uh, yeah and things like that, and how consciousness affect the outcome of experiments and things like that. And they also studied the scripture to gain an understanding for the spiritual thing and be able to explain it to people later, because that's what they wanted to do later on, like to go out in the public and speak about it. Like it was quite interesting actually. And of all the people I met, I felt that they pursued genuinity, authenticity, truth, and honesty for sure. Like for sure, they were normal people with all sorts of level of consciousness, but they were on the same page. Like that's what I felt. It felt like the start of a great community. So there's some links of that which you can view in the uh, well, yeah, in the mail or in the comments. We'll see how I do that.